It means a lot to me. I don't want to lie to you. I don't have exact words for this night. I mean, it's something that I never thought was going to happen, not in my wildest dreams. But it shows that if you work hard and you continue working hard each and every season, you'll get rewards at the end of the day. If you can check, for example, someone like Kune, how long he's been working hard, how long he's been consistent for Chiefs, but he only got rewarded like this past season. It shows that if you're consistent and you're continuously working hard, at the end of the day, someone will recognize and you'll get rewarded. Yes, indeed, you feel like you're representing the whole community of Eastern Free State. I mean, if you're the only player from Eastern Free State playing for a team from Free State, you feel like maybe when you lose a match, like the whole team, the whole blame is on you, or maybe you think sometimes you should have done much better. But at the end of the day, it's a challenge that you must face each and every game. Game by game, you face that challenge, and it helps you a lot towards pushing yourself much harder.
What then becomes your focus and for the coming season, especially after having been awarded like this, and also assuming the captaincy, getting that armband with Kennedy Mokoena gone?
My benchmark and my goals and ambitions for next season are very straightforward. I want to achieve something that has never been achieved. Being a captain of the team from Kwakwa and where the team was like formed, like back then in the days, I just want to win a trophy, even if it can be 2 trophies. But with the squad that we're having right now, I think we're heading towards the right direction.
If Future Stars without Paulus Masehe is lacking, and anyone who knows Future Stars will tell you that something is missing in the team. He has been consistent for a number of years now. If you remember his combination with Duncan Lechesa, who has since retired and become a coach, will tell you how far he has come with Future Stars. He's a consistent feature in all the awards, whether through players play or consistency. Look at the number of games he plays season in, season out. One has to say, it is a plus. However, not a condition, but it's a plus that he just happens to come from where the team was established in Kwakwa. And Paulus is a leader, he's a winner. Paulus always wants to win. Paulus is the kind of guy who will push his team. He'll go to an extent of almost fighting his teammates to try and instill the winning mentality in his teammates. He hates to lose. Even if it's a friendly game, Paulus hates to be on the losing side. If you look at his competitive nature, even at training, his teammates will tell you that, if you're not careful with Paulus, you're going to break a leg, because he takes his training as serious as he takes his games. And that's the kind of leader we need in our team.
We've had a lot of setbacks. Katloho Mashiko suffered a serious blow. Luyolo Mandela as well had injuries. Danny Fenter as well had been playing with a bit of injuries. Now at the back of that, you had to make it a point that you strengthen a bit in your wide areas. And the inclusion of Umtokozi Siye and Mongezi Bobe will add something to the team. And unfortunately, we had to let go of Kennedy Mokoena and Omedove, 2 highly influential players in our team previous season. And we had to make sensible replacements. And it's the nature of the game. Business model of football from different clubs would differ. Some teams would keep a team for 3-4 years, expect that team to mature and only add 1 or 2 players so that they can win trophies. Other teams, depending on the business model, if there had been a certain number of players that has been sold, then there has to be replacements. So compared to last season, at least this season there were only 6 signings and not too many releases. Intentions, yes, but you have to acknowledge the PSL has become highly competitive and you cannot live on the edge forever. There are stages where you have to settle and push from a solid base. And I'm sure having had a few changes and a few inclusions now will give you a bit of an opportunity to start from a solid base. Even though 2-3 players out of the playing squad is huge, that means something like 30%. And 30% is only 20% to 50%. And if you go halfway into the battle, it means you're going to face serious challenges. But then, with that said, I think it is okay. We'll only have to strengthen where we had seen some weaknesses and hope we get the rhythm as quick as possible. Because one thing that I picked up again from football, your ideal start does not necessarily become the reality in the process of competition. Because you say, ideally, I want this one and that one and that one to play together. But reality unfolds. And there's a big difference between a real world and an ideal world. An ideal world is a perfect world. And a real world is an imperfect world. So sometimes in football you are exposed to the imperfect scenarios of football.
You can't be rebuilding every season. You go through a season where you're rebuilding, and you go through a season where you're looking for consistency. And of course, we've tried to be as consistent as we can. We've only sold 2 players, and the rest have been voluntarily released by the club. And of course, again, that sends a very clear message that this team is a team that's saying to you they want to achieve something. Steve Khompela has been here now. It's his 4th season now. I think it's also time for him to win something and cement his position as a top coach in the country. Because you can't just be a top coach because you're a nice guy. You're a top coach because you win things. What makes Kevin Hunt a top coach is his track record. What makes Stewie a top coach is of his last season's double. You must earn your strides, before you get certain titles. And I believe that it is time for our technical department to prove that they're the real deal. It's something that we are very, very firm on. It is a clear mandate versus a wish. It is a clear mandate that we've broken the bank to get you the players. We've turned down some very, very good offers for certain players where traditionally we perhaps would have entertained it, and purely because we believe that we are over the building stage and it's now time for us to cement our place as serious competitors in the league and in cup competitions. And it is a very, very clear mandate to Steve Khompela as the head coach that he needs to win something. And I've said before that when there are rumors about him going and blah blah blah, I've said before that he doesn't come cheap, and he needs to earn his worth.
If not,
well, the life of a coach dictates that if you don't deliver, we deliver you out the door. Simple as that, really.